Before we begin, a massive shout out goes to Bandai Namco Australia for providing the review code for Tales of Symphonia Remastered. You can get the game right now on Nintendo Switch. Right, let's get on with the rest of the video. Welcome to Quick Look, everybody, the show where I spend 30 minutes to an hour with a game, new or old, and, well, I talk about it. Talk about my experience, talk about my first impressions, and just, you know the gist at this point. And we've got another really good one. I'm very excited about this. Only a few days after the last time I did one of these featuring a game from the Legends of Bandai Namco, I got another! Oh man, seriously, Bandai Namco are amazing. They release so many really good games, and let me tell you, I'm very excited about this one. In fact, this has actually been a game I've been waiting to check out for a long time. I've actually wanted to play the original release of this game for a long time, but with it being a GameCube exclusive, I could never get a copy. Because it's expensive. But now, with this new Remastered edition, I am very excited to be talking about this game, and that is Tales of Symphonia. And I spent about an hour with the game, and I gotta say, it is a brilliant little RPG. Like, it's a JRPG, obviously, but it's a brilliant little JRPG. It is really fun, and a very different experience to what I expect from a JRPG. It's different. That is the best way I can describe Tales of Symphonia. It's a very different kind of game to what you expect, and I think going into it, a lot of people wouldn't really know what to expect, but what I'd say is that it takes the best elements of classic JRPGs and just does something different, and that's what it needed to be. This is Bandai Namco's flagship JRPG series. Like, Bandai Namco doesn't really do that many JRPGs. They're mostly busy doing fighting games and making Kamen Rider games and that kind of thing, or Super Sentai games occasionally, or anime games, or whatever random games they want to put out. But when it comes to JRPGs, the Tales series is pretty much their big one. That is their JRPG series. And well, Tales of Symphonia, I believe it's the first entry in the series, but I can't exactly remember. I've never really played through the series until now. This is actually my first time playing a Tales of game. And immediately I love it. Like, the vibes is just insane. And the gameplay? Oh man, they knew what the gameplay was gonna be like, because, I mean, it originally released on the GameCube, and you know what was big on the GameCube? Smash Brothers. So essentially, Bandai Namco was like, you like Smash Brothers? Here's a Smash Brothers JRPG. Well, in a gameplay sort of sense, because the gameplay definitely feels like Smash Brothers. Like, sure, there's not much of the jumping and that kind of thing, but the gameplay loop, I'd say, feels very much like Smash in terms of the fighting. Although it's very much more of the JRPG style, I'd say it's kind of a hybrid between Smash Brothers and Kingdom Hearts in terms of the fighting in the game. And I like that. It's very different, very unique. Like, it's not something you would expect, but it works like a treat. Like, it is really fun. From what I've experienced so far in the hour I've played, the story, definitely a highlight. I really like what they went with the story, and just having the stakes be a bit higher than normal in terms of a JRPG start, and you know what? I think it's a really fun little game. Like, for those people who like a good JRPG, this is a good JRPG. I mean, what do you expect? I very much was impressed, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. in terms of how it feels now, considering the fact that this is a remaster, yeah, I think it feels great. Like, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch, and I think when it comes to the graphics and everything, I think they look great. I mean, sure, it's not as high-res, high gorgeousness as something like Crisis Core, which I did receive a review code a while back, and I did do a stream of that. But this is very different to that. It's obviously a remaster, but it's not hiding the fact that the game is an older title. It's just the game's been up-resed and given a little bit of a fresh coat of paint, some modern adjustments, and you know how it is. It's to bring the game to modern platforms, and that's a good thing. Sometimes you don't need to change everything about a game to bring it to a modern platform. Sometimes you just gotta bring the game over, make a few little tweaks, and boom, there you go. And especially to the fact that the game is running in HD, yeah, I think it's pretty solid. And I think what Bandai Namco did, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the direction they went with for this remaster. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I think how I can say about my time with the game is that it's worth a go. Like, if you're new to the JRPG formula, this could be a great way to get into JRPGs. But if you're someone who's not really into JRPGs, then this probably may not be for you. I mean, that's the thing. JRPGs are kind of a bit of a case-by-case basis in terms of a gamer. Some people fucking love them. Some people tolerate a few of them. Some people like a few. Some people like most. Some people hate most. You know how it is. Some people hate them all. Like, it's obviously a taste basis. For me, I've had my fair bit of experience with JRPGs, and I bloody love them. Like, whenever I get the opportunity to check out a JRPG, I'm down for it. I mean, I know Final Fantasy 16, that should be coming out later this year, so I'm definitely going to see about maybe potentially taking a look at it for you guys. But yeah, what I can say with Tales of Symphonia is it's a great game. It's definitely worth a shot. Even if you're someone who may not be into JRPGs, it's definitely worth a go. I mean, it's always good to give something like this a go. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth a play. I mean, it's on the Switch for a reason. It's a game that's deserving to be on the Switch, and plus, I believe the Switch version does support the GameCube controller adapter. I'm not sure on that. I imagine it does, because the game was built on the GameCube, so it must support the GameCube controller. Now, granted, I played with a GameCube-style controller. In fact, nah, I'm not gonna grab it here. I'll put up a picture on screen, but yeah, it's the Hori pad, and yeah, Hori Fight Pad, and I think it is a really nice controller. I think it pairs well with Tales of Symphonia, and yeah, overall, it's a great game. Like, if you like JRPGs, it's a good JRPG. Simple as that. And I think for a lot of people, it's definitely going to be a game that'll be up there on their bucket list of games to play. So definitely give it a shot. It's a fun one, and I'm definitely going to replay it. Well, maybe try and beat it. I don't know. I'm not much of a beating games person, but yeah, I'll probably give it my fair crack. Maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out soon enough. But yeah, go play it. It's brilliant. Simple as that. Oh man. But once again, guys, thank you Bandai Namco for sending me a code for this game. You guys are amazing. I'm so happy to be working with you guys throughout this year. Oh man, when we get that release date for Park Beyond, you know I'm gonna be seeing about that code. And if there's ever a Kamen Rider game announced, you know I'm gonna be in for that, because I'm a Kamen Rider fan. But what do you expect? But yeah, that's about it for this video, so thank you all so much for watching. Thank you Bandai Namco for the code. And once again, I will see you all next time. Take it easy, everyone, and I will see you all whenever that may be. Johnny!